Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone out there in internet world. Happy Sunday. Today is the 26th. And let me share with you my little Loki Loke. He is outside. Loki, there he is. Hi, buddy. Oh, he's talking to me. And Zeus is also in the house. And now that he heard Loki sing, here he comes. Hi, here comes Zeus. What? So this morning will be a bit doggy. You know what? I think, Zeus, what do you think about going outside, bud? Yeah? You wanna go outside? Okay, hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Come on, let's go outside. All right, so sorry about disappearing. Zeus apparently doesn't want to go outside. He just wants to be here, and he has now taken over my mat. Yep, there it goes. Hey, you stop that. You stop that. Come here. Come over here. Let's talk to the people. Oh, I know it's playtime now, isn't it? Oh, Zeus. Totally knocked me over. Okay. Now, he was sleeping a minute ago until he heard Loki singing. Lucky us. All right, Zeus, can you please be calm, buddy? So this is going to be an interesting morning. Okay, we haven't seen each other in a while in here. Now, I don't know how I'm feeling yoga-wise. Not sure how you're feeling either. We're going to find out shortly. I had a little bit of a rough start there. Okay. All right. So I think because I have this baby dinosaur next to me, I'm going to start standing because when I am down on the ground, he thinks it's playtime. And I'm sure those of you with dogs know this, that when their humans are on the ground, it's all bets are off. So I'll give you a heads up now, there may be some barking involved. So if you have dogs, you don't like when they react to other dogs barking, maybe put them in a different room if you want. All right. So no music today. It's a little bit quiet in Sri Lanka right now. We're on lockdown again until tomorrow morning. So less traffic, more birds, more dogs, more nature. Always a good thing to do. So I am going to attempt to move up to the mat. All right, Zeus took his deep breath, so perhaps he's going to relax now. And I'm going to ease my way to the mat. Okay. Good boy, Zeus. Good boy. All right, so I'm going to start in a Tadasana. If this is your first time joining me, I do cue through the practice, but I don't give in-depth instruction because I'm practicing too. I'm sharing my morning practice so that we can show up together. I have something to show up for. So, standing in Tadasana, finding length through the belly, letting the tail drop. If you need to bend the knees a little bit, give it a little shake. Feel free to do that. And give a little wiggle, rolling the shoulders. Play with your dog. Zeus. Oh, buddy, please don't eat my mat. He's having his hissy fit because he went out to play early in the morning. So you know what? Let's take it Uttanasana here. Soft knees, folding forward. All right, buddy. Please don't eat my toes. Okay. Give a little pedal through the legs so that the hips have some movement. Okay. Looks like we might be having another creative flow. What do you think, Zeus? Yeah? Alright, so from here, I'm going to leave my right foot where it is. And I'm going to gently step back with my left and find a low lunge. Moving any dog parts out of my way. Oh, I know. You just need your pets, don't you, buddy? Please don't eat my paper towel. Don't eat my hand either. Dude. I know. Shh, shh, shh. Relax. Okay. So finding that low lunge, I think I'm in a natural twist because, hey. That's my toe. You're such a doof. You're such a doof. No biting. No biting. Okay. Let's get your ears. So I'm getting a nice stretch here as I'm petting the dog through my left side, which actually feels pretty good. Yeah, I know, Zeus. Okay. Settle down again. We just need our pets, don't we? Okay, so I'm going to try to switch legs. Feel free to switch legs on your own time. I need to stay connected to this dog or else he's going to flip out. Okay. Nice kisses. Yes, okay. So left leg in front now for a low lunge. Trying to find that same stretch through the right side. So I'm really leaning into my right hip. I'm letting it sway off of the alignment of being square. Oh, Zeus. No biting. No biting, those are my knuckles. That's my fingers. I never knew a dog who would bite my nails. Such a goofy dog. Yes, you are. With kisses and nibbles and love. Good boy. Oh, I know. Alright, I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to attempt to take a quick child's pose while he's doing his thing. Let's see how long this lasts. Okay. He's settling down a little bit. So finding my child's pose. And then coming up into tabletop, I'm going to take a few cows and cats to get through the spine. Open that up a bit. Oh, he's leaving. One more time through, one more cow, one more cat. I'm going to move into my plank pose. And just hang out here for a couple breaths. And I'm just going to lift the hips slightly and walk my feet forward. I'm going to find my Malasana, but first I'm going to fix my mat a little bit. Malasana is Garland pose, Yogi squat. Up. Here comes the Zeusinator again. Hi, buddy. So this allows for the low back to open. If this is really intense for you, you can place something underneath your sit bones. You can roll up towels, or if you have a second yoga mat, place it underneath your heels. You can sit in a chair and lean forward and put your arms between your legs and just give a little nice gentle opening here. There's many different ways to target this pose. Because not everybody can just right down into it. So I feel like the past 2 days were quite active and good and awesome. And I still have some good energy. I hope you do too. But I'm not sure how much this is going to be active or not. I don't know. Now that I'm saying that, now I kind of want to be active. So we'll see what happens. Good. All right, so from here, coming into an Uttanasana, heel toeing the legs underneath the hips, giving a little pedal once again. And then lifting halfway up. Ardha Utthana Pet Your Dog. And then exhale, fold out. And then inhale, come all the way up to vertical. Good. So standing up nice and tall, take a few breaths here with the arms. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Zeus, can you please nod? Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And then exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. You can keep the head up here if you'd like. And inhale, lift the spine halfway, Ardha Uttanasana for half sun salutation. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping it all the way up to vertical. And then exhale, bringing the hands to the heart. All right, so from here, I think I'm gonna take warrior two. Stepping my right foot back. Of course, sharing the mat with Zeus, because why wouldn't I? Just hoping his elbow doesn't land on the middle of my foot. Okay, and settling into warrior two. Arms can go where you'd like. Keeping the belly nice and lifted. Ribs are out of the waistline. Shoulders are down. Arms are extended. Let's take a nice little dynamic flow here. So inhaling, flipping the palms up, lifting the arms and straightening the leg. And then exhale, coming back into warrior two. And we'll do this a few times. I'm going to stay here in warrior two this time and come into extended side angle. So forearm against the thigh, other arm sweeps up and over. So I'm trying to keep nice length here in the neck, belly pulling up and in. And then do a little dancey dance with this top arm. So what that means is I'm going to take a nice inhale here and lift it up and back. And then exhale, let the arm come forward and up. Inhale as it lifts towards the ceiling. Exhale as it comes forward. Zeus, please stop that. And reversing the circle with the arm. Coordinate your breath any way that it makes sense to you. Hopefully his hissy fit is almost over. And then coming into the extended side angle, if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, the top arm can come to the waist, bottom arm to the mat. He makes me laugh. And gently lifting the torso, straightening the front leg, and coming into triangle pose. I'm going to ease into this. I'm not going to go too fast. Since I don't really feel that warm, as far as blood flow is concerned. Most of it has been dancing with Zeus. Most of this practice anyway. Right, buddy? Yeah. All right, so coming up all the way to vertical. Exhaling, bringing hands to the waist. Rotate the toes to find warrior two on the second side. Recalibrating, if you will, getting the hips happy on this side. Lifting the ribs out of the waist. Arms out to the side, head to the left. And taking that nice dynamic flow. So inhale, flipping the palms, lifting the arms, straightening the front leg. And then exhale, settling back into warrior two. Inhale, lifting up. Zeus, please don't ruin my mat. Exhale, bend the knee. Flowing through a few more times. And finding warrior two into extended side angle. And then letting this top arm dance a little bit, inhaling as it comes up and back, exhaling as it crosses the chest and reaches over the head. Moving through that circling of the arm a few times in this direction. And then reversing it, making the breath make sense for you. And then finding your extended side angle again. Top arm can go where you'd like it to. If you'd like to go deeper, the right fingers can slide down to the inside of the front foot, highlighting. Just make sure that your chest is staying lifted. Hi, cutie. I know. Inhaling, coming all the way up to vertical. He has my foot hostage here. And I'm going to turn to parallel. So I'm facing the side edge of the mat. Legs are wider than the hips. Coming into a prasarita. So inhaling, coming up to a nice vertical stance. And then exhale, belly in, bending at the waist. Fingertips down to the mat. Or if you happen to have any props or pillows or blankets with you. You can keep the spine parallel to the hips here. Or if you want to go upside down, you can come into a full forward fold. Today I think I'm going to stay a little bit more lifted, a little less on the inversion side. Feel free to gently rock the hips from side to side, and this is a very slow, intentional movement. This gets the inner thighs, the outer hip, the hamstrings, the lower back, a little bit of the waistline. It just depends on how your body is this morning, where the tightness is, where the stiffness is. Gently coming back to stillness. Turning the heels inward, bending the knees. Coming into a goddess or a grand plie or inner thigh stretch, whatever you want to call this, so that the elbows are resting on the thighs. And it's okay if your hips are much higher than mine, no worries. As long as you're feeling a stretch through the legs, you're good. Again, I'm getting a little bit of movement from side to side here. And straightening the legs, fingertips can come back down to the mat. Heel toe the feet together. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bring it all the way up to vertical. And exhale, hands come to the heart. And I feel like my practice will not be complete without a tree pose. So taking the right foot up, finding tree. If you are someone who's at a computer all the time, or if you're doing something with your hands and you're folded forward, something nice to do here in this pose is to simply bring the hands behind your back. And you can hold on, you can do double fists, you can hold on to your wrist, your forearm, or if you practice reverse prayer, which is this shape behind the back, you'll definitely feel a good stretch and a good opening. This kind of reverses the shape that you're in when you're over a computer or over your hands and looking forward for a long time. So I read recently in, I think it was from Yoga Journal, they had this article of 5 poses that create strength, mental strength, make you feel powerful, make you feel strong. And tree pose was one of them. Perhaps that's why I like this pose so much. I don't know, it feels, I've said this before, it feels like home to me. If your hands are behind your back, gently bring them back to the front. Release the right foot down and give it a good shake. Moving to the other side. So taking the left foot, bringing it up, finding your balance, finding your breath. Bringing the arms behind the back in any way that is available to you, your shoulders, your arms, your wrists. Whatever feels right for your upper body. Ooh, hello, balance. Gently release the hands from behind you. If you need to roll them out a little bit, and do so. Bring your hands back to your heart, release the foot down, and give a good shake through the legs. Good, I have a German Shepherd sleeping on my mat now. This is good. Okay, let's see, where are we gonna go next? What do you think? More balances? Down the mat? No, you know what? We haven't done, or I haven't done any seated poses in a long time. So I'm going to make my way back to the mat. I don't want to disturb him because I think he's going to start nibbling at my hands again. Okay. All right, so now I have a little bit more space. So I'm going to go through a nice seated, a little seated sequence here. So starting with Paschimottanasana, our forward fold. So sitting up nice and tall. If you need to cushion underneath your sit bones, go for it. And on your exhale, take your forward fold. Now you can hold on to whatever you can reach. If you have a towel or something with you and you want to use it around the feet to lengthen your arms, then go for that. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Gently coming up from here. Let's take the right heel in towards the sit bone for a seated twist. Right hand comes behind. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, twist, hug or tuck the elbow around the leg. Let's see if I can remember and say the name of this pose. Varichyasana seed. Woo-hoo. My Sanskrit is on point this morning. Bring the eyes to the front. Exhale, release the twist. We're going to leave the legs here. This is not a pose that I teach often, but this is direct out of the Ashtanga seated series. So lifting the right hip up, just a little, without a dog paw going underneath there. It's so that you're sitting on the straight leg hip. Using the left hand as support. Inhale the right arm up. As you exhale, you're going to fold forward and bring the shoulder to the knee and the knee to the shoulder. So these two things are pushing together. Then if it's available, the arm comes behind, the other arm too for a bind. If not, if you feel like you're falling forward, then use your hands to support you. This is also a Marichiasana, but I don't remember the letter right now. I want to say it's A. It's either B or D. Any Ashtangis out there, if you know which one this is, just give me a note, let me know. But this pose in particular, besides the physical, the shoulder, the lower back, the hamstring, is really good for digestion. Obviously, we're all crunched up. And it smushes the organs a little bit, compresses them. Smushes is a technical term, by the way. So on an inhale, lift the head. Exhale, gently release. And I'm going to let that open up to the side and take Janu Shirshasana. Oh, if you're just joining me now, Zeus is actually asleep behind me, thankfully. Wasn't so in the beginning of this practice. So I'm doing my best not to disturb him, although it is entertaining, I know. Anyway, so coming into Janu Shirshasana, sitting up nice and tall, giving a little micro twist, and then exhaling and folding forward. Inhaling, lifting the head, exhaling, releasing. And let's take that right foot now. And I'm going to give a little bit of a rock from side to side just to help out my right hip a bit. I'm going to bring this to half lotus. Now, if you practiced with me yesterday, we did do this yesterday, this particular pose. Ardha, Pada, Paschimottanasana. I'm enjoying saying the Sanskrit today. So sitting up nice and tall. If this is intense for you, then stay here. If you want a little bit more intensity and this knee, hip, leg is happy, you can give a fold forward. This ankle, your right ankle, will poke the thigh quite a bit. It's a trigger point. It opens up that energy line, meridian if you will, or nodi, whichever, if you like Chinese medicine, then it's the meridian. If you like yoga, it's a nodi. If you're into trigger point stuff, well, it's just a trigger point. Gently coming up through vertical. We're going to do one more thing with this leg, which is what we did yesterday. Crossing the ankle over all the way so the foot is released. And you give it a little bit of love, especially if it was stretching out in that half lotus. Ankle above the knee, and we'll take a seated pigeon. Careful not to disturb the German Shepherd. So if this is not intense enough for you, feel free to take a double pigeon, which is the seated variation, both legs stacked. Honestly, today for my hips, this is perfect. If you need more in this particular position, you can move your hips closer to the heel. Sit up a little bit taller. And that will intensify the stretch through the hip. So from here, allowing the legs to extend out, giving them a good shake. I'm sorry, I have a lot of morning voice today. It's been rainy here in the old south of Sri Lanka, so this could be my allergies just kicking up. Anyway, so taking the left side, left heel in towards the sit bone, taking a seated twist. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall, Marichiasana seat. And then twisting to the left, hugging or tucking the arm around the thigh. And gently bringing the head to the front, releasing the twist. Sitting up onto the right sit bone, so the left hip is up in the air. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, forward fold. Now you can stay here in the forward fold, or you can wrap that arm around the leg. If your shoulders are open enough, you can find the bind. Fingertips can touch in the back. If not, just one hand is good. lifting the head. Exhaling, gently releasing. What did I do from here? I think it was Janu Shirshasana, right? Okay. So finding Janu Shirshasana, sitting up nice and tall. Bottom of the foot touches the inner leg. Give a little twist to the right. And then folding forward. Lifting the head, exhaling, gently releasing. I'm going to pick up that leg and cradle it just a little bit. Give a little rock. And then bring that left heel towards half lotus, whatever that means for you on this side. Ardha Baddha Paschimottanasana. Sitting up nice and tall. If this is where you're at today, then stay here and enjoy it. If you want to fold forward, go for it. Just make sure that the knee and the hip are happy. Gently lifting up. Taking the ankle, moving it down so it's just above the knee and rolling out the ankle a bit. Hands come behind, step it up, find your pigeon. Take this wherever you need it to go. Gently releasing the legs out, giving them a good shake, good stretch, a little up. And I make my way onto the spine now. So laying flat on the mat. And I'm going to move into a couple back bends here. I really feel like I want the front of the body to open up, the belly, the front of the chest, the ribs, the hip flexors, maybe a little bit in the quads. So I'm going to move through regular bridge. Then I'm going to take bridge with my hands underneath. And then I may actually move into wheel. It just depends on how the first two go. So just know that we'll do 3 rounds. And you can take this however you would like to. If you want to do 3 bridges, if you any combination, totally fine. As long as you are taking care of yourself. All right. So pressing the feet down into the mat, lifting the hips, coming up onto the shoulders, tucking the shoulders underneath. And activating the belly just as much as your legs are working. And gently releasing the hands, and letting the hips come down. Keep the feet flat. If your back needs release, take a nice deep belly breath. Moving into round 2. Lifting the hips, tucking the shoulders underneath. And taking whatever variation here that you're ready for. And gently releasing, bringing the hips back down to the mat, keeping the feet flat, taking a nice deep belly breath. I'm going to take one more round. I've opted not to go into the full wheel. I don't think that my spine is ready for that. So I'm going to take the same variation I just did with using the heel of the hands as a shelf. And from there, I'm going to lift my legs up into the air. So it's sort of like a bridge / shoulder stand kind of sort of thing. Yeah. All right. So lifting the hips, bringing the hands underneath the hip bones, and then pressing away from the heart. Now you want to make sure that if you're going to go into this, that the bones are stacked so that you feel secure and balanced here. Then you can lift one leg or two legs. The spine is in an arch. And if when you get up there, it feels a little kooky in the head, or you feel dizzy or lightheaded, or there's too much of a head rush, then bring the feet back down. And very slowly and gently bring yourself back onto your full spine, so you're laying flat, hips down. Take your belly breath. Arms out to your side to a T, and windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Coming back through center, hug the knees into the chest. You can give a little rock here again from side to side if you'd like to. And moving into happy baby from here. So there's another nice hip opener that we can do here. Let's move into reclined bound ankle pose first. So both feet come together, and then let the feet come down to the mat. Stay here for a couple breaths, just so that the hips can get used to the position. And we're going to leave the left leg exactly as it is. You're not going to move it. You might have to energize the ankle a little bit so that the leg doesn't go off on its own. And you're going to take the right leg up, bring the right leg into happy baby. So this is a reclined variation of lizard pose. Although you're more outwardly rotated than you would be in lizard. But it's the same kind of idea. There's less gravity on the hips, so it's a little bit more user friendly. Maybe I should rephrase that. I just listened to what I said. There's less weight from the torso on the hips, which gravity pulls down, so there's less weight on the hips, making this more user friendly. That sounds better, I think, right? Okay, so from here, just gently release your hold on that right foot. Bring the left leg up to happy baby and bring the right leg down to that half butterfly. Releasing both legs, letting them come up into the air, give them a good shake. You can get a little rotation here too, just to help release that out. And then arms out to the side, just to get the outer hips a little bit deeper. Allow the legs to tangle up. And then gently lower them to the left side of your body. If when you get here it's too intense, you can bring props underneath so the legs don't go so deep so fast. If that even proves to be too much, then untangle and stack instead. Do your best to keep the shoulders on the mat, both of them. And breathe into the stretch. If you don't have any props, you can always use your left hand against the right knee to keep it lifted. And I'm purely using this arm as a kickstand. I'm not pushing or pulling. From here, gently coming back through center, uncrossing the legs. Recross with the opposite leg on top. Let the legs gently lower to the right. Make any adjustments that you need to here. Gently bring the legs back up through center. And now finding your way into Shavasana. Let's see if the dog will allow me to rest my feet on his shoulders. Finding your Shavasana, whatever that means to you. So we'll stay here for about 10 breaths, or 10 to 20 breaths, something like that. Start to deepen your breath. Find energy in your fingers, toes, wrists, and ankles. And give yourself a nice long stretch through the body. And hug the knees in towards your chest. Give a little rock from side to side. Then roll onto your right side into fetal position, using your right arm as a pillow for your head. And gently come up to a seated position. It's so soothing to have a sleeping dog next to you. All right, and then I'll take a few moments here to check in with the breath and the body. I'll give you a better view of what's his head. Oh, that's his butt. Well, his head's behind me. Checking in after our practice this morning. And taking a few moments of gratitude, something you're thankful for today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. So thanks for sticking with me if you made it this far through the practice. We started off a little bit of a hot mess, but we got it together there in the end. So I hope that you are doing well. I hope that when you get to your Sunday, you have a beautiful Sunday and you do what you need for yourself. The month end is quickly approaching. So what do we have? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 more days in April. So I hope you'll join me for these next 4 days for our morning wake and stretch. With or without the dogs, I'll be here. So if you have any questions, any requests, anything like that, if you want to have a chat, feel free to DM me either here. Bye, Zeus. I will also repost this on in my stories. You'll see it on my Facebook page, and I'll also repost it onto YouTube. So yeah, have a beautiful day, everybody. Bye.